Hi, friend. I'm Bonnie Gray. I'm a soul care mentor, founder of Soul Care School, and the best selling author of Breathe 21 Days to Stress Less and Transform Chaos to Calm. I love helping women to break free from stress and find more of God's peace and joy in everyday life. I know what it's like to feel burnout, and I'm just curious, are you feeling tired and yet not sure why? Maybe you're saying to yourself, why can't I feel joy that well anymore? It's like that spring in your step. You're wondering, where did it go? Well, you're not alone. Burnout doesn't just happen because we have too much to do. Burnout also happens when we don't make space to take care of our emotional needs and our body. And it's emotional burnout. It's true. There's studies done at Stanford that show when we are exhausted, it doesn't just come from physical exhaustion. Burnout comes from emotional exhaustion. So the way for us to find our spark again begins with some simple steps. First is just to know that you're not alone. You haven't done anything wrong. It's just time for you to take care of you. And one of the things that sometimes we don't know is that burnout doesn't have to appear so dramatic. It happens slowly over time. And so suddenly we may find ourselves, I don't know what it is. I just feel overwhelmed. And we start to criticize ourselves when in fact it's just an important nudge, a little tap on our shoulder to remind us that we need care too. So here are some things that you might be saying to yourself. I want to just ask, which one of these do you relate to? You might find yourself saying, why can't I feel joy anymore? Maybe you're thinking, I'm tired. I feel tired, even though you have rested. Or everything just feels like too much. Which of those statements do you connect with? Well, like I said, it's good for us to understand that it's emotional burnout. It's not because we're doing too much or not doing enough. We need to make space for what really matters. You need to make space in your life for moments that you can refill your emotional tank and do things that bring you peace and joy. So, burnout is really being stuck in a survival mode. So, on the outside, it can look like we're really functional, getting a lot done, but nobody really knows what we really feel inside. And we feel burnout. We don't feel like we have that fulfilled feeling. The emotional tank is low. Well, I relate to this because right now it's summer. Well, we're heading into summer and we're heading into spring. Maybe you already see signs of spring, but I am actually more of an autumn girl and winter because I'm a night owl. I like cozying up in the evenings, especially when the kids were little and they're tucked into bed. That's when I feel it's my time to finally exhale and breathe. Now, I love reading for me. I love reading. I love books. I love journaling. What do you love to do? And I would think it's finally my chance to do those things. So many times, because I was burned out, I just ended up doing nothing. I just would crash on the couch and start scrolling. And then I'd go to bed and I would just feel, ugh, I haven't done anything today. I haven't really done anything. In fact, I really did do a lot as the mom, but it's our soul. Our soul emotional tank is low. So just because we're very functional and capable, it doesn't mean we don't need to nurture our soul. Well, I want to share a wonderful story and scripture that spoke to me in that moment when I felt I let myself down. It's from Exodus chapter 16, verses 16 to 17. This is what the Lord commanded, God said. Gather of it every man as much as he should eat. Some gathered much and some gathered little. Do you know what that is that they were to gather? It's manna. Manna is this beautiful food that God sent from heaven and it nourished them day by day. But you know why it's called manna? It literally means, what is it? And I think that's sometimes how we feel. You know, those little things you like to do that gives you peace or joy. You might think, it's just nothing. What is it? How can this really make a difference? But God knows your heart. He knows these are the things that mean something to you, something peaceful, a little spark of joy. They are very important. Just like manna fed them, God has some manna that is part of your personality, the way that He can bring you to feel peace and joy. And I wonder what that is. It isn't nothing, dear friends. It was in that moment I realized that, friend, God is telling us our worth isn't tied to how productive we are, right? Whether they gathered a little or a lot, it was just what they needed. So for me, I realized I need to stop measuring my days on how productive I was. I needed to really think about what are the moments I stopped to feel God's presence, to feel God's love. That's really what manna meant. It's God's presence, God providing. So, friend, I want you to think about what's something quiet and simple you can do that can bring you peace. Because to recover from burnout, you want to start with peaceful moments, and slowly your heart will start being soothed and your heart can feel again. You'll move your body out of that survival stress response. Well, friend, I want to share some things with you that helped me. We want to put feet to faith. I talk about this in Soul Care School with my students a lot. We want to move knowledge in our mind of God's love into our hearts. We want to experience God's peace. So we need to put feet to faith. I want to show you some of the things that helped me to soothe my burnout. And as I use these products, it helped me to really respond to Jesus when He said, "Come to me, those who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Right? That's in Matthew 11:28. Now, I'm not sponsored by these products, so I'm just sharing them just because they were helpful for me. Okay. This is Body Restore, and they are shower steamers, and it's eucalyptus. Let me show you, because science shows that the scent, the aromatherapy of eucalyptus, it shows results to calm the nervous system. It lowers anxiety and it helps us to sleep. It's actually a very productive sleep aid. And so there's a little tablet in here. Oh, it smells so good. I love eucalyptus, right? It's so refreshing. You put it on the shower floor, and as you're in the shower, it starts to steam, and then it'll release the essential oil of eucalyptus. This is also made in America, which is also cool little information I love to share. I love these. I give these as gifts, but first I want you to give it to yourself, okay? And it makes the whole evening shower experience to help you to calm, prepare your mind and body for rest. We need to help our bodies signal our bodies. The second thing, if you're not a shower person, you like baths, this is very helpful because this has the lavender scent. The lavender also has been proven in aromatherapy to also calm, and specifically, it'll help release stress. So helping reduce mental fatigue and clearing the mind. So this is Dr. Teal's foaming bath. It comes with Epsom salt, really good for relaxing the muscles. And this one is lavender. That's the one that I really like, especially knowing the scientific benefits behind it. So I want to encourage you. And I've linked to both of these products in the description if you want to try them, or you want a gift idea. Every time I've given these gifts, friends love it. Sometimes we don't buy things for ourselves, but when we receive them as gifts, we love enjoying them. But I want you to use this practice, whatever it may be for you, that this is God's gift to you. These are natural scents that God created in nature. And so before we think of pouring out to others, we have to remember we need to replenish what we pour out. So I want you to get these gifts for yourself for soul care. Finally, we want to just encourage our soul, our hearts with God's promise. We're going to pray a breath prayer. And today's breath prayer comes to us from Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. And it's wonderful to help us to break free from burnout. The Lord Himself goes before you and will go with you. I'm going to say that again. Let's breathe in as I repeat these beautiful promises from God. Let's breathe together. Inhale. The Lord Himself goes before you. Exhale, and He will be with you. I just love this verse. It helps us to slow down. Remember that God doesn't just go ahead of us and leave us behind. Not only does He prepare the way, He comes back to walk with us. So, friend, remember when you practice soul care, do something nourishing for your emotions and your body. It's a way of walking together with Jesus in rest and in soul care. Well, friend, burnout doesn't mean that you've done something wrong. It's just a signal to you that it's time to take care of you. So use that as a prompt to allow Jesus to join you in your journey day by day to replenish what you pour out. I'd love to hear from you in the comments what today spoke to you in the video devotional that we're spending time here. I'd love to hear what blessed my heart. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss a new soul care video from me to you. And I want to invite you to the Lent Wellness Study. It's a beautiful, I share it out in nature, guiding you to more wellness, to soothe burnout as we walk with Jesus to the cross on the other side of new life. And it has 6 sessions of video with prayers and a printable guidebook. You'll love it. Thousands of women have found more wellness and peace through the study, and I know it will bless you too, because they come from my own walk, from what has helped me. Now remember that you're loved and you're cherished. Just rest. And I'll see you next time.